Yo, so in 2024, it is really easy to make money as a beginner. Even if you just started the game and have no businesses, you can make millions of dollars fast. Don't believe me? Well, in this video, we're going over the top 5 best money methods for beginners in GTA Online. Alright, so starting at the number 5 spot, we have daily money methods. So in GTA Online, there's a couple money methods that you can complete every single day and make some money from pretty quickly. They're all super easy to do, and the ones I'm showing you will only take you a few minutes to complete. The first one is a stash house, and you're gonna find it by looking for this icon on your map. Once you get to the location, you're gonna want to walk inside of the stash house. There'll be a little purple light there to let you know where it is. And once you're inside, get a shotgun out because there's gonna be a few enemies inside waiting for you. Once they're all taken out, you need to look around the stash house for a yellow sticky note. It'll have 3 numbers on it, and you'll need to remember those in order to open up the safe. Once that safe is open and you've got the goods, you want to get the hell out of the stash house and leave the area. For completing this quick and easy money method, I made $31,000. Just keep in mind though that if you already own any businesses, instead of paying you money, it's gonna resupply one of them for you. So yeah, the next one is called G's Cash, and you'll find it by looking for this box looking icon on your map. This one's really straightforward. Once you're in the area of the G's Cash, you need to look around for it. You'll notice that your controller is gonna start vibrating, and the more that it vibrates, the closer that you are to it. And then once you see this little crate right here, that's the G's Cash. Just press right on your D-pad to collect it, and for doing so, I made a little over $17,000. I also got some ammo and snacks, which is a nice little bonus. So that's $17,000 plus the $31,000 from the stash house gives us close to $50,000. Now, if you thought those first two were good, then you're gonna want to look for the Junk Energy time trial. It's this purple bike icon on your map, and once you get to the time trial area, walk into it and press right on your D-pad to start it up. For this one, you're gonna be on an electric bike, and you need to make it to the destination before the timer runs out. They normally take you about 2 minutes to complete, super quick, and you pretty much just gotta be spamming A or X on your controller to keep going faster. You've even got a speed boost as well. You can use it by pressing in the left stick. Now, the only thing that sucks is when you first start playing GTA Online, your character will not have that much stamina. In fact, you'll notice that your health is gonna turn red at times and you'll start slowing down a bit, but as long as you keep using that speed boost and don't mess up, you should be able to complete it pretty easily. And for completing it just in time, I made $51,000. From those 3 money methods, I just made $100,000. And each one took me only a few minutes, which is sweet. Now, there is another daily money method you could try out, but the only thing with this one is that it's gonna take you longer than just a few minutes. So it's up to you if you wanna try it out. But if you look on your map, you're gonna see 10 of these parachute icons. These are called Junk Energy skydives, and like the name says, you're skydiving. Each skydive itself doesn't take too long. It's just the fact that there's 10 of them to do, and so you gotta spend time going to each one. And trust me, if you wanna make the most money possible here, you're gonna wanna do all 10 of them. Now, for each skydive, you wanna make sure you do 3 things here. You wanna 1, go through all the checkpoints, 2, beat the part time, and 3, make sure you land on your feet. If you complete the skydive and do all 3 of those things I just told you, you're gonna get a gold medal, which will give you $5,000. And if you get a gold medal on all 10 of the skydives, you're not only getting $50,000 for completing them all, but you end up making $150,000. So again, this one does take longer than the other daily money methods, but for $150,000, I'd say it's worth it. And the best part is, like I said, you can do these money methods again and again every single day. So if you keep on doing them daily, even if it's just the first 3 that I showed you, you'll be making millions. At the number 4 spot, we have double money jobs. Every Thursday, we get a brand new weekly update in GTA Online, and with that update, we're given some jobs that pay out double money, and sometimes it's even triple money, which is amazing. If you guys want to know which jobs are paying double or triple money every week, then you're definitely gonna want to hit that subscribe button. I post a weekly money guide video every Friday going over all the different jobs and their payouts, so yeah, be sure to subscribe for that. Anyway, you can look for these jobs by pressing start, going online, jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and you'll see a long list of different jobs within GTA Online. Typically, the best ones are adversary modes, stunt races, and missions, but yeah, just look through the various jobs until you find one with a double or triple money ticker on it. You can also try looking for community series jobs. You can start them up the same way, but instead of pressing Rockstar created, you want to select community series and then just scroll through them. Typically, these all work the same way for the most part. The longer that you set the job for, the more money that you'll make. So for example, if you're doing an adversary mode, you want to set it to the most rounds that you possibly can, and then you also want to try to get as many people in your job as possible. Not only does this make it way more fun, but you also get paid more. And if you can't find any people to join you, then be sure to check out our channel's Discord server. We've got well over 3,000 members, so hopefully you're able to find someone to play with. And it's also a good place to stay updated with me, so yeah. Now, in terms of the payout, this is going to depend entirely on the job you chose, how many players are in it, and how long the match was. But recently, I won a match of the Running Back Remix adversary mode and made over $250,000. I've also made over $300,000 from winning Overtime Rumble, which is probably one of my favorite adversary modes in the game. As for races, I'll be honest, I don't win a lot of those, but in a stunt race I did recently, I made over $40,000 for coming in at 3rd place. And the guy in 1st place made over $80,000, so you definitely want to try to win these. But yeah, as long as you guys set your jobs to the most rounds possible and get hella people in there, you'll be making a whole lot of money. At the the number 3 spot, we have treasure hunts. Now there's 3 of them, each one should take you about 30 to 40 minutes, and they all pay out pretty well. For our very first treasure hunt, it's for the double action revolver. If you open up your phone and check your emails, you should have gotten an email with the subject treasure hunt. You want to open it up and look at the picture that they sent you, and that's where your first clue is going to be. It'll be on your map already with a yellow question mark. Once you get to the location, just look around for a letter on the wall. There's going to be bell chimes that get louder the closer you get to it, and once you find it, press right on your D-pad to investigate the clue. That's obviously not the treasure, so now you're going to have 3 different clues on your map to go investigate. For the first one that I went to, there was this dead body inside of a cave that I had to investigate. For the second one I went to, there was this bloody shovel on the ground. It's in this like little deconstructed house. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah. And then for the third one that I went to, you're going to look for this tree right here, because right under it, you're going to investigate this empty gun box. And after investigating all 3 clues, the actual treasure is now going to pop up on your map. You just need to head over to the location, and once you're there, look for 2 sleeping gentlemen, and the gun box will be right there. This time, the double action revolver will actually be inside of it. All you need to do now is go get 50 headshots with it on some NPCs. And I'd recommend going somewhere crowded like Vespucci Beach so that you'll get the headshots faster. Anyway, once you get all 50 headshots, you'll be rewarded $250,000. For our second treasure hunt, it's for the Navy revolver. There's going to be 5 different locations that you need to go check out, and I'll have a map of that on screen right now so you guys can screenshot it. At the first location, there's going to be this little shack behind a diner with a bloody handprint on it. At the second location, there's going to be this machete stuck in the wood of this barn right here. At the third location, there's going to be a hand right here on the floor. I kind of messed up and didn't show it, but it's right here behind this bush. And then for the fourth location, you'll find the words "Can you find me?" written on this wall. Now for the fifth location, there's actually a few different locations that it can spawn at. I'll show you guys the map again, but you want to check locations 5A through 5E. At one of those 5 locations, you'll find a black van with a bloody machete in the back of it. Now once you've investigated all 5 clues, you're going to get a text from an unknown number threatening to come take you out. So you want to go to an open area like Sandy Shores Airport, have a shotgun ready, and get on top of a car. This guy is going to spawn in between 1900 hours and 0500 hours in game, so just be ready for him. And once he's in sight, just take his ass out and you'll be given the Navy revolver as well as $50,000. Now you just need another 50 kills. It doesn't have to be headshots this time, so just do them however, but once you do that, you'll be rewarded $200,000. That plus the $50,000 for taking out the killer and another $25,000 for finding all 5 clues brings us to a total of $275,000. Alright, we have one more treasure hunt, and that's for the stone hatchet. You're going to want to go to this location on your map. It's out near Sandy Shores, and once you get there, you're going to get a text from Maud. Shortly after that text, she's going to send you an email about a bounty she wants you to capture for her, and then you're going to go to this yellow area on your map, and that's where the bounty will be. Once you find them, you do not want to kill them. Instead, take out a pistol and shoot them in the leg. You only want to injure them, not kill them. And once they're injured, they're going to follow you back to a vehicle, and you just need to take them back to Maud. For doing so, you're going to be paid $10,000. And there's 4 more of these bounty hunts you're going to go on, so you'll end up making $50,000 for capturing 5 bounties in total. Once you're done with all that, the location of a treasure chest is going to pop up on your map, and of course, this is where you'll find the stone hatchet, which is actually a really good melee weapon in GTA Online, so W. Anyway, the last thing you gotta do now is get 25 NPC kills with the stone hatchet, so once again, go to a crowded area and get to work. For doing so, you're gonna be rewarded $250,000. That plus the $50,000 for capturing all 5 bounties adds up to $300,000. So guys, if you complete all 3 treasure hunts in GTA Online, you're making up to $825,000. Now, the only downside to this money method is that you can only complete each treasure hunt once, but it's still a really good way for beginners to make some money. At the number 2 spot, we have the first and last dose missions, and guys, this is where it starts to really get good. So you can start at the very first dose mission at this R on your map. It's up in Sandy Shores, and you're gonna have 6 first dose missions to complete. Those will take you about an hour to finish up, and then after you're done with the first dose missions, you'll have 5 last dose missions to complete, which will take you about another hour. So in total, you've got 11 missions to do here. Thankfully, they're actually pretty fun missions. You meet a bunch of new characters like Dax, Mutt, Lab Rat, all these freaking weirdos, man, and they're into psychedelics and shit like that, so the missions are pretty interesting. Now, you'll notice after finishing up each mission that the pay is pretty bad. It's anywhere from like $10,000 to $20,000, but don't worry about that. What you want to pay attention to is the first time bonus. That's what really puts these missions up so high on this list. For completing the first 5 first dose missions, you'll get paid $50,000 per mission, adding up to a total of $250,000. And then after completing the last first dose mission, you'll get paid another $250,000 just for that one mission. Finally, for completing all 5 last dose missions, you'll get paid $100,000 per mission, which adds up to $500,000 total. All that plus the crappy payouts from the missions added up to over $1.1 million. For a beginner who just started playing GTA Online, that is a lot of money right there. And that's not even the end of it. In the last first dose mission, you steal a Brigade 6x6 and take it back to the freak shop. If you were to buy this vehicle from Workstock Cash and Carry, it would cost you $1.5 million. But for completing the last first dose mission, you only need to pay $750,000 to set it up and it's yours. Not only is this one of the most armored vehicles in all of Grand Theft Auto Online, but it's also got a business in the back of it, the Acid Lab, and it just so happens to be one of the best businesses in the entire game. If you guys want to learn more about the Acid Lab business, I've got a money guide for it linked down below in the description of this video. And then for completing the final Last Dose mission, you'll be gifted a free Ocelot Virtue. This is an electric supercar that normally costs close to $3 million. It's pretty fast, and when you buy an agency down the line, you can add Amani tech to it. So this thing is going to be great for surviving free mode lobbies. But yeah, you guys, so not only will you make over $1 million from these missions, but you even get a few gifts as well. Rockstar really spoiled us with this one. And now at the #1 spot, we have the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid. Now guys, this is without a doubt the best money method for beginners in all of GTA Online, and let me tell you why. So first of all, you can start them up at this V on your map. It's at the Vespucci police station, and when you get there for the very first time, you'll be meeting up with Vincent. He's the main character that you deal with for these missions. I guess he's sort of like Lester or Pavel here. He's the one running the show. But anyway, this is set up pretty similar to a heist. You have 5 setups and then a finale. The setups themselves aren't really difficult, honestly, so if you thought that the first and last Dose missions were tough, then this should be a piece of cake. They're pretty straightforward. Like for the first one, you're going to 2 different money laundering businesses and stealing each one's cash, and then you just take it back to Vincent's lockup. Pretty simple. For the third setup, you need to go steal weapons and gear for the finale, but there's 3 different locations to choose from. Me personally, I like location C. It's a little farther out in Sandy Shores, but it's got military grade weapons and gear, so yeah, just go over to it, steal the weapons and gear, and take it back to the lockup. And then for the fourth setup, pretty similar situation here, except now you need to go steal a getaway vehicle to use. And for this one, I say go to location B. This is the one that I go to, and that's because this location has the fastest cars available for the finale. You just take out the guards there, steal the getaway vehicle, and drive it up to a garage at the top of the map. And then for the finale, also pretty straightforward, you're going to be breaking into the Cluck and Bell factory and stealing some coke as well as some cash from the cartel. It doesn't matter whether you do it in the stealth approach or the aggressive approach, you get paid the same amount regardless, so just do it however you prefer. But yeah, I'd say that this is a pretty simple heist. I feel like it's a pretty good intro to GTA Online for beginners, and it is nowhere near as stressful as other heists in this game, so yeah, I'm a fan of this one for sure. Anyway, for completing the Cluck and Bell farm raid, you're making a guaranteed $500,000. And then, if it's your first time completing it, you'll get an additional $250,000 on top of that, which is pretty nice. It comes out to $750,000 in total. But what puts the Cluck and Bell farm raid at the #1 spot on this list is the fact that you can replay it and actually make the same amount of money again. It's not like with the first and last Dose missions where they're only worth doing for the first time bonus. With the Cluck and Bell farm raid, you're making $500,000 every single time. Now, $500,000 is pretty solid, but it's nothing compared to $1.7 million. That's how much you can make from the Cayo Perico heist. And after all those money methods that we just went over, you should for sure have enough to start it up. Luckily for you guys, I have a Cayo Perico heist guide that'll teach you everything you need to know about it. So if that sounds interesting, then you'll definitely want to click on the video on screen right now.